Settle yourselves, dear ones. There are many already tending to you. The medium called in the whole team with the intention that not only those present, but those who hear these words will feel our energies and get the help that they request. And so it shall be. There are many changes afoot, as you might say. You may say, where? In my life, in the world, all of the above. In your consciousness, in your vibration. For change is the only thing that you can count on. Yet so many believe that they must resist change. But what is change? It is just another moment different from the last. And if you only have the present moment, then you have already changed, because the present moment continually changes. As time, your illusion of linear time continues to move forward. And if you keep it so simple, then everything is constantly changing, because there are no two moments the same. Wouldn't you agree with this? It makes it pretty simple, yes?
Yes.
And so, if you accept change is a given, is a constant, and you allow change to no longer cause resistance and fear. Just the thought of change causes many people to fear their future, their outcome, their what if this or that. And that is a waste of energy. Whereas their focus could be, what do I want to do with this new opportunity? What will it present? What can I learn from it? What can I experience? What opportunities present themselves? It is simply a perspective shift, dear ones, and we ask you to understand that everything comes down to perspective and a higher level of consciousness, to be more aware and allow yourselves to more easily take a different perspective on not only your life but the world around you, for there is much change afoot in your world, in your vibration, on the planet, within your own vibration. The universe is constantly in motion. And you are microcosms of the vast universe. Universe says, if you really want to talk about it, for this there is not just one, but one is enough of a big concept, so we will just deal with one. And if the universe, and if you think of it, planets, the stars, everything is constantly in motion and change with ease, with flow. The going with the flow saying, we ask you to begin to go with the flow more than trying to paddle upstream and resist change. For the phrase, whatever you resist persists, and that is because whatever vibration, we rephrase that, wherever you focus your attention, whether it be on feeling good or feeling bad, feeling fear of change or feeling excitement of change, it matters not. For either way, you give intense vibrational focus like a laser to whatever you are thinking about. And more importantly, the stronger you're feeling, that is your we will say, physical notification of just how many, you might want to say, megahertz or amps intensity you are transmitting. The more intense the emotion, the more intense the transmission, which means the stronger the desire, or lack thereof. It does not matter, because the universe doesn't know lack or not something. If you put out a transmission, that is what the universe acknowledges and assumes that you wish to have in an experience. So if you're feeling intensely unpleasant emotions and staying there for a length of time more than is, we will say, useful in order for you to refocus and focus only on what you truly want to focus on, as opposed to staying in the weeds and reminiscing over the past or an experience that caused you emotional upset, which was also your choice, as you now know, because you choose to react or respond to whatever is going on in your life and the world around you. And so, depending on how you react or respond, you have a vibrational alignment or disalignment. And you feel it within your physical form by feeling an unpleasant emotion or a pleasant one, good or bad. Either way, you feel something every moment of every day, except for maybe when you are sleeping. And in your slumber, you are processing whatever you were still processing before you went to sleep. So if you can go to sleep and feel grateful and appreciative and put that vibration, instead of reminiscing over what was unpleasant in your day or your week or your month or years, because some of the people we see, they have latched on to the rewind, replay like you do with your movies, with your VCRs and your DVDs. You rewind it, you rewatch it, and when you have a scene like in a movie, and when it's really good and you rewind it, you say, I want to see that again, yeah? So you get excited because you say, oh, that was so neat, that was so amazing, I want to rewind it and watch it again. Well, that's because it excites you, but so many do that on a regular basis, focusing on rewinding into what happened in their past and replaying in their mind what bothered them, as though it is bothering them again. And so they are not even living in the present moment. Their focus, their energy, their thoughts are all in the past. And when that happens, you are out of complete alignment. You cannot create your future that you desire, and all you are recreating is a miserable past experience by reminiscing and replaying the same unpleasantness over and over. And we ask for those that are listening and for those here, if that triggers something in your subconscious mind as, oh, okay, I think I was just doing something like that, note it down, file it away, and when you catch yourself doing something similar, we ask you now to implant, simply by your intention, into your subconscious a new program with the intention that you only replay pleasant memories, if you so choose. Where you say, oh, wasn't that a wonderful vacation? Wasn't that, because it makes you feel good. And the reason we are saying this is because whatever makes you feel uncomfortable, sad, despair, anger, all those lower vibrations, especially if it is something that happened in the past, you are simply putting the order out into the universe as you reminisce over these experiences, telling the universe, bring me more of this. And to that old analogy that other speakers have given you, but we will replay it, mention it here for people that may be new. The buffet concept in your restaurant. You don't go to a restaurant buffet and when you find something that you don't like with your taste buds, you don't go back and eat more of it. You say, no, I don't like that. I'm not going to have any more of that. I'm going to get something that I really like. And that makes complete sense to you. Yet, because your emotions versus your taste buds seem to act differently, your mind, from your thoughts, chooses, even though you know it's unpleasant, you go back and do it anyway. And we say, why in the world would you go back to the buffet of your life that was the, let's see, what are some examples? The rotten eggs, what are the other phrases that you might have? Burnt toast. Something that you really, you would not eat it a second time because you know it doesn't taste good. It's not pleasant. It doesn't make you feel good. And so we ask you to use these simple analogies and use them in relation to your experiences. And if something gave you a bad taste in your mouth, literally when you thought about it, had the experience, whatever it was, and it was not food, remember how bad it made you feel, because the phrase that gave me a bad taste in my mouth is not exactly literal, but it is related to the buffet. And so it pertains here. They are linked. The medium does not know the background to this story, so we cannot give it to you. But you understand, yes? So when you have experiences in your life, see them as what they are. An experience. Nothing more, nothing less. You get to choose what it means to you. Whether you learn a new concept, understand something better, whether you see an opportunity for growth, or whether you choose to stay in lower vibrations and keep repeating, whether it's discussing what happened in the past. And everyone does this because at some level, think of it this way, what happens with young ones when they tell a scary tale? Everybody goes, ooh. And the other children get all interested. All ears are on the speaker, the storyteller. And so what happens is they see that telling something that it might be upsetting or scary or what have you is exciting. It's drama. It brings attention to the storyteller, more importantly. And some people, unconsciously, not always, but most of the time, literally are getting attention from others by telling their sad, woe is me stories about their past. And we ask all of you, first of all, if you know you might do that at some point, now you are aware of it. And we ask you to, when you may do something like this, to catch yourself and stop the story and say, oh, no, never mind. I don't need to talk about something. I'll just talk about something else. Or tell a better story, something that is uplifting, that raises the vibration not only of you, but the people listening. For you have had many experiences of people complaining about something, and then what happens? One person complains, and then it's like a magnet. Someone else says, oh yeah, me too, and then they start complaining or they agree. And the next thing you know, one person leads to a whole handful of people in a gripe session. They have that one person that started that conversation transmitted out into the universe. Bring me more people that resonate with this frequency, with this conversation, and only those people that enjoy. And it might not be enjoyment, it just means their predominant frequency matches. They like to complain also, if you want to think of it in those terms. But they have a predominant frequency that matches the other person, and so they are like magnets drawn to each other. That is what your law of attraction does. It brings like together. And so with that analogy of someone complaining, and the next thing you know, he has a whole bunch of other people complaining right along with them, and the energies get more and more intense and more negative and more drama. All of those people that get drawn to that type of conversation have a predominant frequency, whether they are aware of it or not, usually not, of that vibration. Whether it's because it makes them feel important, like they're part of a conversation, or they like drama. They feed off the energy of other people, and you have heard of the energy vampires, and that is a type of way to do it. Might not have thought of that before, but how do you feel, all of you here, when you think about it? You've been in those situations, yes?
Yes.
How did you feel when it was over? Did you feel uplifted or did you feel drained? More likely drained. Does it ring a bell? It didn't feel good. It felt good maybe in the moment because all of the excitement and the drama got your juices flowing. But it was like a sugar high. You had a letdown. Your vibration dropped lower than it was before the conversation began. And so it did not serve you except to lower your overall frequency. And as you raise in your consciousness and raise in your awareness, you begin to notice what is happening with the people around you. And those people, even if you try to explain what we just taught you to them, they are in a lower vibration. Well, they are not yet able to hear the message. Their vibration is not compatible or open to understanding these concepts because they are not consciously aware yet what they are doing. Because they are reacting. They are already programmed for these lower vibrational responses. And so that is why so many of the speakers here that have been teaching you are asking you to be more aware of what words you're saying, first about yourself, especially, because then you're putting energies toward your own existence, your soul, your body, your everything. But then also, how do you speak about others? And also, what words do you use when you talk about your town, your country, your world, the situation it is in? Because if it is mostly complaints, that is not feeding a vibration of support and help and compassion to assist the vibration and raising the frequency of not only yourself, but of those around you and your Earth Mother. And so awareness is key. As you raise in your awareness, you will be able because you are raising your awareness. It is because you're raising your vibration. They are very much in, we shall say, in alignment with each other. And so as you raise your vibration, you begin to raise your awareness. And that also expands your level of consciousness, because you will have a higher level of conscious awareness, not only about yourself, but what is going on other levels than just this 3D reality that you live in. And then things get very interesting, but you do not have to worry or concern yourself about any of that, because it will happen naturally in your own evolutionary progression. As you walk the spiritual path, and everyone is already walking a spiritual path, for they are, we're saying this for the newbies who may be listening later, you are spirits in a physical body. You are not this physical form. It is simply allowing you to have an experience of awakening your consciousness, remembering your divinity, remembering your power as a creator, and then consciously choosing to tap into those innate birthright abilities that you have been taught you do not have. First, you're not even taught they exist. And now, we're trying to help you remember what you have the capability to do. These forms that you are in are only limited by your consciousness. And your consciousness is far more expansive than what is in your brain. Your brain is a physical organ. Your mind is the energetic, we shall say, field around the brain, and to keep it simple. But your consciousness is even more expansive. Your consciousness goes across the universe. If you really want to get down to it, it is unlimited. And right now, many people cannot comprehend that they are this unlimited potential divine creator. Do you hear these words, dear ones? You are unlimited potential divine creators, just like your creator source, or whatever name you may have for that concept. You have been taught to be small. And the vibrations that are now bathing your world in this area of the cosmos, they're getting higher and higher frequencies that are innately starting to shake things up and awaken people to other levels of consciousness that they weren't even aware existed because they were asleep. So think of it as some people, like in the movie The Matrix, are about to take the red pill and start seeing themselves and their world differently, but in their own level of progression that is natural, with ease and grace always, dear ones. Always intend that whatever you do in your spiritual path is with ease and grace, because you do not need hardship. Spiritual growth is experiences. It's understanding concepts and learning about new ways of being, we shall say. But there is no struggle, because it is who you are. You are simply slowly remembering, little by little, what you have forgotten, or what you were never told or taught was the truth about you. And so, know that you have much support from those in spirit. Each of you has, as this medium calls it, a spiritual support team, as well as angelic beings, your guardian angels. Some of you are familiar with, at least the phrase from when you were children. But there are many angelic beings who simply are waiting for the mental call for help me. And you have more help than you could possibly imagine, simply by asking Spirit and angels to come and help you. And you don't have to say with what specifically, because we already know where you are vibrationally, and we know what is your path and what you're working on and what's unfolding, and we are there to give love and support and assistance and guidance. But because you have these physical forms, you are having the experiences. So we cannot tell you what to do. You've heard the term guidance. Listen to your feelings. And the only way you will know what intuitive guidance you are receiving is by being aware of what you are feeling. Not thinking. The feeling. The feeling in your, some people say your gut feeling. But it is a knowingness. It is a feeling in the depths of your being. Not, oh, well, let me see. Is it this or is it that? That is your head trying to analyze it. No. You will know when you are getting intuitive guidance because something will just feel right. And so that is why being aware of your feelings is so important. Not only to help yourself stay aligned with whatever it is you are intending to create, but mainly to just have a more pleasant existence in your day. But as you are in alignment, you will be more, we'll say, attuned to picking up what would be intuitive guidance with your physical body, as you could call it an antenna of sorts. So the higher your vibration, the clearer your space, the easier it is for you to tune in to spirit, to get guidance. Whether it's a knowingness or a vision or messages, it matters not, for everyone has different abilities that are, we'll just say, more, what's the phrase? It's not that one person is better than another. It's just more practiced, we shall say. It's just that it's a little bit easier for some people to see because they seem to be more visual. That is just what makes more sense to them. And other people feel or know. There is no better way. All are capable of sensing in all ways. It's just that some seem a little more natural, perhaps, or more comfortable is the word. Yes. Some people are more comfortable seeing or hearing from spirit, and others are not. They don't want to see and hear us. It would scare them. And it's not something scary, it's just that is their limiting belief. And so we work with what you are willing to be open to. So if some are more comfortable with knowingness and feelings, then that is where they will fine-tune their intuitive abilities. And if others are more hearing and seeing, then that will be more predominant. But all ways of sensing and connecting with spirit and your own intuition are completely innately given within you, naturally. You're born with all of them. It's just, here's the medium just thought, some people are more better at math, and other people like art, and so everyone has a predominance for their way of seeing things or perceiving things. It's no better or worse. Everyone has their own mixture of all of the senses to understand. And so we ask you, do not compare yourselves to others for this very reason. There is no better, this person's better at me than this. No. They may be more developed. It's like someone learning to play a musical instrument. If you've never trained to play classical piano, you would not say, well, I'm better than so-and-so, or a classical pianist is better than me. Well, that's ridiculous. Of course they are. They've spent decades of their life training. Right?
Right.
So it's the same type of thing. It might not be decades in this life. It could be they're just so many lifetimes of experiences that it is just a more, we'll say, fine-tuned sense. Okay?
Yes.
And know that all of you have these same capacities. The limiting beliefs about yourself and comparing yourselves to others is what holds you back. And so as soon as you release these limiting beliefs and just believe and know in yourselves as divine beings with unlimited potential, you begin to open the doors to more awareness, higher levels of knowledge, and a lot more fun, frankly, because so much awaits you as you raise into the higher levels of densities and leave behind this lower vibrational 3D reality in a conscious, we'll say, elevation of consciousness. For those, they may not understand other terms at this point. But you understand what we mean, yes?
Yes.
Good. What we have done is what we have been asked this night. So now allow yourselves to breathe in the golden light from your Creator coming down through your crown, through all of your lower chakras, going out, down, connecting into your Earth Mother, and allow this beautiful green energy from your Mother Earth to come up through your lower chakras and up through your crown. So you have the gold and the green swirling together, connecting to your Creator source as well as your grounding into the earth. And as these energies flow, allow them to meet in your heart space. And we're going to add the unconditional love, the pink ray, and the silver coming down through your crown. Allow it to pour over you. So you have the gold, the green, the pink, and the silver, swirling and dancing, bathing your entire being. And when you feel or sense or know, all the way down to your tippy toes, that you are filled with these beautiful radiant lights, vibrations of energy. Allow this vibration, these beautiful colors, to go out into your field, your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, expanding around you like layers of an onion, gently, effortlessly expanding until you feel as though you are more than your physical. You feel yourselves vibrating beyond the physical form. Perhaps it is a warmth, a knowingness, or you could feel the energy. For everyone senses in a different capacity, comfort level. Comfort level is more appropriate. And so allow this expansion centered in your heart space, radiating outward in all directions of space and time. Feel yourselves continue to expand as though nothing else existed in the room. Everything falls away, and you are one with the stars. See yourselves out about in the universe, looking around, perhaps, at the vastness, the ever-expansive, unlimited potential around you that you are a part of. Allow yourselves to sit with this feeling. Letting it anchor in to all the cells in your physical form. Sort of rebooting them to remember this vibration, this knowingness, this unlimited potential that you are. And allow yourselves to expand even further from your heart space, radiating this divine love and compassion, the pink and the silver, in all directions of space and time, simply by intention, as though you are this beacon of light in the universe, this star, radiating a glorious light in all directions, with unlimited distance, unlimited capacity, unlimited potential. And from this state, know, when you tap into this knowingness, this feeling of expansion, create from here. For this is where you are pure, energetic beings of light, pure consciousness, and you are already stars. You know from your science how powerful stars are. They're massive. Their light radiates, even though they are so far away from your planet. You see their light. Comprehend your potential with this analogy. And know that from this understanding, this level of consciousness, you can create anything from your heart, from a space of love, and just know that the vibrational existence of what you are creating is already done. For even a planet does not form overnight. And so it is with your physical manifestations in this 3D reality. The universe will bring the energies together until they form a cohesive physical form. Your role is, as a creator, is to simply stay aligned with your creative potential and know that your desires, your goals from a space of love as a creator, they are already done. For your creator did not think and wonder and analyze how to do something. They just, he, she, vibrationally intended, and it is done. With complete knowingness. And you are not there yet, but the vibration is within you. The potential is within you. Even in these physical forms. Feel the vibrations that are flowing through you now. Do you know what we are saying is true? Can you feel it? Ask yourselves to remember this, not ask. Intend and instruct your higher self to remember this vibration and remind you whenever you ask to be reminded of your, we'll say, cosmic potential as a creator. So with that simple intention and a few breaths, closing your eyes, you can return to this vibrational space at will. And sit in this vibration as long as you wish or need to maintain alignment and remind yourself of your creative potential. For you are source. You have no limitations but those that you impose on yourself through your limited belief patterns. And those are choices. And those choices were taught to you, most of them. And if they were taught, you have to choose to unlearn them and choose something else that serves your highest good and is in alignment with who you truly are. That is a conscious awareness choice that only you can make. And we know that you are on good paths. You are aligned at this time, and you will remember exactly who you are when it is time, the full potential, for you are only getting a glimpse at this point. Know it is so, and don't try to figure it out anytime soon. Let the process unfold in divine timing for each of you, are exactly where you are meant to be right now, for you and your highest good, because only your higher self, soul, being knows why you came into these physical forms and what experiences you chose to have. So only you can walk your path in your divinity. You can walk in parallel with others, but you cannot join them on their path. You each have your own until we all reunite in Source with the One from which we all You could say we're sparks of. Now slowly make your way back into this space. We thank you for listening to the teaching portion.